Hi, I'm Danny Ecker with your Chicago Business Today midday report. Among the big moves in Governor Quinn's $34 billion budget proposal is a major slash to Medicaid funding. It calls for $2.7 billion to be cut from a program he's deemed on the brink of collapse, saying it must be restructured to survive. In the meantime, that could squeeze some struggling Chicago area hospitals that rely on the insurance program. And for more, we bring in Crain's healthcare reporter, Kristen Schorsch. Kristen, you wrote today about the impact that this could have if that $2.7 billion number stands. What kind of hospitals are going to be impacted, and what kind of impact will it have?
Mainly the safety net hospitals in the Chicago area. Those are the ones that a bulk of their patients are poor, low income, and on Medicaid. And also, they're already struggling with low reimbursement rates already and lots of costly preparations for federal health care reform. Several CEOs we talked to yesterday said that they would have to reduce staff, reduce services, and even close if all of these cuts were made possible.
Obviously, there was a report last month from the Civic Federation here in Chicago on the scope of Illinois' unpaid bills, projected that costs for Medicaid will jump 40% in 5 years. Is there anything these hospitals are saying in terms of what this restructuring potentially of Medicaid, how that may impact them moving forward?
No, that's the problem. I mean, the governor's speech was so vague. He really laid out just a few things that he would like to see cuts in, such as reduced reimbursement rates, who would be eligible for Medicaid, who would pay for it, and how it would be paid for. So these hospitals really are kind of going through a big wave of uncertainty. They have no idea how it's going to affect them, but they're all very concerned and they're bracing for cuts. Some have already been preparing other ways to get revenue, such as becoming part of a public HMO. And they're just kind of waiting to see and hoping to advocate their case to keep their Medicaid dollars.
A lot of gray areas still there. It's clear that cuts have to be made, but a lot of debate on this one. All right, Kristen, thanks for the insight.
Welcome.
Elsewhere today, shares of Sears Holdings jumped more than 20% in early trading this morning, despite the company reporting a $2.4 billion fourth quarter loss. And maybe thanks to the announcement that big changes are coming for the retailer. In an annual letter to shareholders, CEO Edward Lampert announced that Sears will spin off its hometown outlet and some hardware stores, and that more spin-offs may be on the way. The company is also selling 11 stores to General Growth Properties for $270 million in an effort to salvage cash. This marks the fifth straight quarterly revenue loss for Sears, which recently announced plans to close as many as 120 stores nationally following poor holiday sales. It's also just about 2 months after the state approved $15 million in tax breaks for the company to keep its headquarters in Illinois. And Ferrara Pan Candy Company is reportedly in talks to sell a majority stake to Minnesota-based Farley's and Sathers Candy Company in a deal that would put CEO Sal Ferrara II in charge of the new entity. Farley's Chicago-based CEO Liam Colleen told employees that they had signed a letter of intent for the sale, according to a source close to both companies, although Colleen and Ferrara both declined to comment. The reports come just weeks after the death of Nello Ferrara, the current CEO's father. Also back in May, Sal Ferrara was ousted and then reinstated amid a family and board dispute. Forest Park-based Ferrara Pan is known for its lemon heads and atomic fireball candies, while Farley's sells brands including Brax and fruit striped gum. And that's what's happening in Chicago business today. Follow @Crain Chicago on Twitter for breaking news throughout the day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.